We're 100% behind your battle here for direct employment, and I think it's an absolute disgrace that what yous are out here fighting for is for the right to pay tax. The rich people in this country do everything they possibly can to avoid paying tax. The government designed loopholes in order for them to avoid paying tax. But here's a group of workers, and many others like them, who've been campaigning against bogus self-employment. Jeez, that's a fierce... Move it away from them out. Move it away from them out. For years, fighting for the right to pay tax, and you're left outside the gate. And you would think the government would be immediately coming down here to sort this out and to back you up. Because not only are workers losing out, having no security of employment, not getting their pension entitlements, not getting their sick pay, not getting their holiday pay, but the state is losing out. It's losing hundreds of millions of euros every year in taxes that you want to pay, but that the employers don't want to pay. So it's madness. And this is happening in this particular case in the constituency of the Minister for Finance, the man who's in charge of revenue. And I said it to him in the door last week. I said, you know, there's people picketing in your constituency, and what they're fighting for is the right to pay tax. You would think revenue would be down here like a shot, demanding to know who's working on that site, what jobs are they doing, and to immediately insist that people who are obviously employees of Ganson are categorised as employees and given direct employment and put properly on the books. So it is a scandal that the government are obviously, and revenue are obviously colluding in to the benefit of these builders. So we have to spread the word about your dispute, because if you win this, it won't just be a victory for you, but it'll be a victory for every other building worker and many others in other industries who are plagued with this problem of bogus self-employment and the lack of job security and the lack of rights for workers that result from that. So certainly on our part, we pledge to do everything we can to build support for you. We'll bring it up again in the Dáil next week. I would also suggest, because he is in your constituency, you would think about going to Pascal Donoghue's office and saying to him, you're in charge of revenue, what are you doing about this? Because it's not just you have something at stake in this, but so does the government. Everybody stands to win, except the greedy builders who want to deny you rights and who don't want to pay their taxes. So keep up the fight. We're 100% behind you, and we'll do everything we can to build solidarity for you as long as this dispute continues. But let's hope, if we can escalate it, that we can bring these guys to their knees as quick as possible.